your time. Oh, 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 feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweight Academy, break down the walls. In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome on board. Thank you, everybody.
Sets minds
It's a
alight.
delight to hang out with
Skillweight
us.
Academy,
Thank you, everybody.
leaders are
Joining.
born. Embrace
Hello,
the tempo,
everybody. Thank you
let
all.
your
Thank
dreams
you all.
take storm.
All right, do me a
Rise
favor.
up,
We can
be
hear us
light,
loud and clear.
let the beat
Let's
guide
see
your
what part of
way.
the world you are joining in
Unlock your
from.
potential,
Thank you, everybody. Thank
seize
you
the
all.
day.
Pick up in a
From
few
the dance floor to
seconds.
the
Thank you,
boardroom.
everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Always a delight to hang out. Just to be sure you can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me loud and clear, do me a favor. Just let's see what part of the world you're joining in from. Always a pleasure, guys, ladies. Let's go. All right, this is Dallas, Texas. And you can just type what location you're in. Some of us are out of town. Currently in Louisiana, Baton Rouge. Let's go, Baton Rouge, folks. Louisiana. All right, DMV, California, you all stay safe. California folks, stay safe wherever you are. And for folks in the south also, you all stay warm. The weather has been crazy in Texas and other part of the country. Maryland, you all stay safe too. All right, Nashville in the house. Love Nashville. Amazing place. Chicago in the house. Thank you, Uche. Thank you, Maryland. Let's go. Anna, Texas in the house. Love it. All right, let's see. What part of the world? Georgia. Thank you, Wally. Thank you. Thank you, Nashville. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. DMV. Thank you. Let's see. What other part of the world are we calling in from? Thank you, Uche. And some of you reached out to me, mentioned you could not get into the upcoming risk assessment internship on Monday. Please go back there and check again. I just reached out to my team, so they are working on it. So I think it should be fine now. I hope so. If it is not, my apologies, folks, but we would definitely watch out and make sure you're fine at the end of the day. So don't worry, just check back later. We should be able to register for the internship. It's a good one. And the reason we do that a lot, New York in the house, think it's a fake. The reason we do this a lot is most times we expect a lot of us in interview scenarios. You can always use those use case as your talking point. Very effective. We've seen it over and over again. One of our recent folks that just got a job, Barbara in the house. Sorry she could not make it to be part of our info session. She just got an offer this week, so we're happy for her. Good luck, Barbara. Sorry she couldn't make it. I've not heard a voice message, but she pinged me that she could not make it. So, but congratulations to you, Bob. Great job. So far this year, it's a few days old. We've had 3 offers in our community. We'll take it. So we're happy about that. One thing we do here, we are transparent. We are not of the illusion anything is automatic, folks. We are going to be very straight with our folks. So we level set with you. Like anything else, we get to put work. No shortcut to this game. If you're not willing to put the work, let's be honest, then you would reduce your chance of getting anything meaningful. But one thing I know, anytime we put our best in good faith, hold us accountable to make sure we teach you relevant things. We do the same thing. When we do that together, we stand a pretty solid chance. Now, a lot of you have asked, okay, today is going to be strictly feedback from you to me, right? More importantly, your story, what you want to get from this program. I would explain what the industry trend is in general, and I'll tell you why I'm confident you, my friend, can also do it. I used to be head of delivery of a global consulting firm and for North America, Operation Technology. And I'll tell you, I've seen a lot of great minds that are very solid and effective. And honestly, I've equally seen people that are not as bright and smart as you are making 200 grand. That's the reality. Now, they might know how to do all the talking, but execution is just not there. So I challenge you, as long as you tell me in the next 30 minutes that, you know what, dude, I'm willing to put the work, put the time. And I'll address some of the common questions people ask me. I can start right now. So we've started really. Common one is, okay, I have no IT background. I don't know what to do. Is this going to be for me? Can I do it? My question is this, and this is where I look at it. I have the privilege of having my parents around, and they're about 80 years old. Guess what? They use Uber, they use Lyft, they use WhatsApp, they use Facebook. So it's crazy, right? You see people that are older, different generation. The system and ecosystem has forced all of us to be part of IT. So nobody's teaching you what is a mouse, what is a keyboard. That's not all of us are. If you're on this call, you probably know that already, right? So I'm not worried about that. The nuances will just be calling your attention to what you typically have seen before and you've not paid attention to. That's really the key. I'll give an example. It's a no-brainer. If you logged on today, you probably not logged on through a network. And I can guarantee you on that network, you have devices connected to it, right? So imagine on those devices, if you don't have an inventory of your devices at home, check your service provider application today. You'll be surprised how many devices is connected to your network. So for bigger organizations, the same problem goes in. If they don't have an inventory of their, assets, hardware, software, and any of their digital asset data, then how can they track if there is an attack? So let's jump into it real quick, and you all will see some fun stuff. Then we get into the question and answer in general. A lot of you have asked, okay, Mr. Man, what exactly are we covering? For my folks that need foundation, we intentionally started with the baseline. My goal is this: you can never get out of our program and be a novice again. It's not going to happen, really. So now, of course, we got to put the work, put the time, and put at least 1 hour of study time outside of class. But the foundation of IT, you would get every one of those foundation for you. We're going to go into asset management, vulnerability management. Asset is just your laptop, the desktop. Now, remember again, ladies and gentlemen, gone are the days we need some big equipment to take data from anywhere. A small flash drive, as simple as a quarter of my finger. Let me show you an example for those of you that don't know what those look like. Something as simple as this, right? Now can be used in any organization to extract terabytes of data. I'm talking of everything your company we can extract in maybe 20 minutes in some cases. So it's so dangerous right now that the entry point is so minimal that everybody's scared. Now, let's say I don't care if you steal my data. Okay, good for you. But guess who cares? The regulators care. Potentially class action lawsuit. Potentially you will lose your reputation. Potentially tremendous fine. And in some cases, even criminal action, meaning you can go to jail. So leadership don't mess with this because think about it for a second. You make all this money and at the end of the day, you cannot use it because you are potentially threatened to be in jail. I can guarantee you, I've been in those rooms. I'll tell you one thing for sure. The first priority of your C-level executive, even the board, the executive is always regulation, compliance, um, working with internal and external auditors. Because everything else we do, the technical side, now for those of you that are crazy technical people that say, oh, technical, good for you. But guess what? We can all agree, no matter how technical you are, none of us can be more technical than AI tools now. It's a different monster. So it's getting even much more crazy, really. So position yourself, all of us, to not just be called technical again, have the base knowledge. A few weeks ago, a gentleman reached out to me and told me, one of the folks that was laid off in a big, reputable semiconductor company. And, about 30 of his team were laid off because they were doing network monitoring. Now, nothing wrong in having those skills and knowledge, but think about it, very, very critical that I cannot be as effective as this AI tool. It's creepy and crazy right now, and it's getting much more effective. They've not even scratched the surface. So we got to be more strategically positioned, I think, even all of us really, because our world has changed. Another thing we'll cover with vulnerability management, we're saying, how do we manage and monitor potential weakness that can be exploited on your laptop, your phone, your mobile devices, any of your devices out there? Then, of course, we have to monitor your network, right? Every one of these are what organizations are doing right now. They have to do it. It's part of the process, or else you will not have a business, to be honest. It's a big deal. All right. Another thing we talk about is we get into identity access management, code word for how do you give access to people. Before you log on today, one thing I'm sure every one of us, we kind of logged in, with a user ID and password. Imagine everybody having access to everybody else's bank account. I bet you virtually all of us will probably say, okay, bank account. All right. I want to have access to Mr. Musk or Mr. Gates or any of the wealthy people all around. So there should be a way we can make sure only the right people have access to appropriate critical asset data. Threat intelligence, we are saying at the end of the day, it's not a function of if, it's when. There's constant attack on every one of us. In the words of the CEO of one of the largest network company in the world, he said, there are two types of company, and I believe in. He said, those that have been attacked and those that have been attacked, but they are not aware they've been attacked. Everybody's going to be attacked. One of my clients in the past, a global big Fortune 50 company, virtually all of us are using their product, or our kids are using their product for sure. I'll tell you this, for 5 years, they were receiving traffic from certain IP address, different location. They never knew. As a matter of fact, when we went to do an assessment for them, for their plant, we assumed they had a location in this part of the world. And they confirmed, no, we don't. So apparently they've been trying to attack them. They didn't know about it. Of course, it gave me my team street credit to kind of, you know, it's not like we did anything out of the ordinary. We just ran the tool and it gave us some data and we showed it, right? So the point is that at the end of the day, it's very critical for all of us all the time to still have a way to monitor our network. You cannot humanly do it. So people use tools, you hear SIM tools like Splunk and different types. Another one is incident response. Let's be honest, folks. At the end of the day, um, P5 theory, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So it means if there's an attack and there's no plan, you are more likely to struggle and be stressed if there was one. And I know what you're thinking. It's not going to be my company. It's not going to be me, maybe, right? Guess what? That's what everybody thinks, really. Um, it's not going to be you until it's you or someone close to you, then it becomes a crisis. And I'm telling you, I've seen this happen a couple of times. It's one of the most stressful moments of any professional's life, really. I like this. Nana said, in case of the king is asleep or his clothes is outside. Yeah, I mean, that is so true, really. That is so true. Somebody said credential creep. Yeah, you're right. So true. But we get the gist, man. This is crazy stuff. Our world has changed, and for us, it's beautiful because the demand for what we do becomes much more obvious. Now, one thing I want you to take away, if you don't take anything away, never forget this foundation. At the end of the day, it is a business first. Can we all type business first? It's a business first. Very important. Let me pause. If you don't get anything from this whole gist of everything we're talking about, start with this mindset. It's a business first. Now, why is it important to know that in your mind? Anytime you know, think, let's forget all this whole BS everybody's talking about, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. We all need a job. I get it. Okay. But think about it for a second. At the end of the day, if there's no business, there's no cyber, there's nothing. So let's be honest. Let's forget it. Don't overthink this process. It's a business first mindset means I need to protect our business, the business from potential cyber threats. If I'm in the board, if I'm a leader, if I'm a staff, if I'm even the receptionist, if I'm the guy sitting in front of the gate, it's all of us business to protect the overall business of our organization. So everything we do, remember again, even for government, it's a government business first, it's an organization business first, it's an education business first, business fraud, because the business provide all the livelihood we've talked about, right? Okay, I'm a cyber analyst, I'm a risk analyst, I'm all the big talk, whatever is a business fraud. So it means if your mindset is wired to think business fraud, why is it important? Something as simple as understanding a new device is coming to our company. You and I can ask that question without being a cyber person to say, wait a minute, you're bringing a new x-ray machine to the hospital. Is this x-ray machine secure so that our customers' x-ray data, personal health information is not compromised? I think that is the standard thing we should all be able to challenge at the minimum, right? Or you are implementing a new tool for HR. Guess what? HR keeps all our records, keeps our benefit information, our social security, our addresses. So it's fair to say, is it secure? As simple as that, right? Don't overcomplicate it. All of us, whether you know it or not, you're a business person. You are a business yourself, right? Because everything you do, you have to think and say, take care of business, your business, right? So in your mind also for your organization. And the reason it's important, if you have this mindset, when you talk in a meeting, immediately you'll be respected because you're looking out from an angle of not just a silo thinking. You're saying to yourself, listen, guys, this can lead to reputational risk. This can expose us to legal risk. This can make us have class action lawsuit. So now you're telling your people that, look, I'm thinking beyond, I'm doing one small operation. I'm saying if we mess up the big picture, none of us would have a livelihood. And that's the reality. People get fined crazy. A few months ago, check it online. Facebook was fined, I think, 1.3 billion euro for violation of GDPR. Now, let's put it in perspective. I don't know about you, 1.3 billion in my year sounds like a lot of change, right? For a fine. I'm not talking how much you're making. Somebody fining you 1.3 billion pounds or euro. That's quite a lot of fine, one time. So that's quite significant, okay? So we'll talk about stuff like that. So then we get into something called framework. Some of you would say, what exactly are those frameworks? Don't overthink it. We're saying whatever business line you are in, some of you are already, you do QA work, some of you do Uber driving, you're in the healthcare, you're doing home health, you're doing any kind of business you're doing right now. I can bet you have some set of guidelines you follow. If you are doing Uber, Lyft, if a customer comes in, you probably ask, are you John? Or the customer validates you. You have some standard operating procedure. You might say, don't eat in my car, don't, whatever your guidelines are, you follow it, right? It's the same thing. We are saying in cybersecurity, there are some sets of guidelines established. We want you to follow them to give you some bragging rights in general and to give you credibility. And if you don't mind, everybody, please strike a like button, like. If you don't mind, please, we're almost 100 now. Please like, so that Facebook, YouTube will show more people what we're talking about. But anyway, so we have those guidelines that are very important. Another thing we can agree is policy and procedure. Let's be honest, folks. At the end of the day, if there is no law, then technically there's no crime. You can't hold anyone accountable, right? If there's no law. Policy are those high level, you know, guide for your organization and any environment to kind of tell us where our mission and our vision is really. What are we moving to? We cannot get into the details of the procedure, guideline at that level. But policy development is a big one. We're going to learn that in this program also. We're going to do risk assessment. This is a fun one I like. And for those of you not registered, go and register for the 1 day internship we have on Monday. Very, very exciting. You will love it. It's free. Just register. I've put the link here again. Make sure you register. One thing why we love to do it all the time is that it gives you bragging rights. You can immediately leverage that in an interview. And let me be honest, guys, the way this works, I make hiring decisions a lot myself, and I'll tell you the way it works is simple. I need you to tell me how you solve a problem that I'm probably also dealing with right now. Because anytime you strike a chord in a conversation about my current pain point, you catch my attention. That's the reality of it, right? So your goal, your responsibility, in my opinion, is get my attention. Get my attention by telling me. And honestly, the beautiful thing is that there are some problems we already know virtually every company would have, really. So let's play that game. Risk assessment is a big one, I know for sure. Remediation is a big one because people are thinking of how to fix issue, how to conduct an assessment all the time. And I'll tell you this, believe it or not, a lot of people overlook it. It's a big piece because it's an easy thing to quickly overlook, right? Because I feel, well, I'm bringing in AWS, it's a big name. I'm bringing in Google Cloud, it's a big name. I'm bringing in Microsoft as well, it's a big name. But guess what? Despite it's a big name, does not mean I should not do a risk assessment before bringing them to my own environment, because they might not be a fit for my environment. Yes, they are big names, but don't be fooled by the big name. As a matter of fact, believe it or not, the big names are the biggest target for attacks because they have money, they are going to be more embarrassed, there's more incentive for them to quickly pay the malicious actors. So don't be fooled by the fact that it's a big name, they are safer. Not necessarily, okay? Just be mindful of that. All right, so we're going to get into risk assessment. We'll talk about third-party risk. This is a big one. Some of you have asked, hey, are we going to cover TPRM, third-party? Yes, we're going to cover project. Now, the beautiful thing in the environment, in a bit, one of our mentors, she's going to talk quickly. Uche, thank you, Uche, for joining. And one thing is, we also have a segment where we support our team. A lot of our team are working on third-party risk project. The beautiful thing is that most of those things are what we also incorporate into our program, some of our past experience, and some of the work our team are working on. Of course, without the client's name, but the kind of problems they've dealt with, we integrate those problems into our program too. So when you speak, you're speaking confidently from a place of knowledge. Now, we're not of the illusion anything is automatic. There's no shortcut. Put the work, be disciplined, be focused. Impossible is nothing, right? So we cover third-party risk. Another one we cover is privacy. This is a big one out there. For my folks in the legal world, this is a big one because you have a natural tendency for attention to details. You are very driven with compliance mindset. Privacy is a big one. We're going to do privacy impact assessment. We're going to do real life projects that we've built that you can take credit for immediately. You do a PIE, and the use cases are brilliant and fantastic. Own them. The key is own your craft, the use cases. If you work on a project, don't be fooled by thinking, well, because I'm working on this, it's not a real project. No, no. They are real project. We just change the name of the client. These are what people are doing right now. These are what some of our folks are doing. And I'm sure Uche will give you guys some pointers on how we support each other and all that. It's a big deal for us in our community. And we get into emerging trends. AI assessment is a big one. Everybody in the world today, at least it's the buzzword out there. AI, AI, AI. So definitely we'll jump into AI assessment. You guys will work on doing assessment in AI, looking at security around large language model, elimination of the bias, making sure there's bias report. So we're going to get into the privacy side of it. So it's huge. We'll get into secure SDLC. People build solution and softwares all the time. Is it going through a secure method? We get into insider risk assessment. We do operation technology assessment. For those of us in OT, that was my world where I led a team. And I'll tell you, for all our critical infrastructure, your refineries, your power grid, your nuclear stations, your transportation, all of those are critical infrastructure that we need to make sure we provide oversight to. Why are they critical? Because if they are not in existence, imagine for those of us in the South, we had a lot of crazy weather recently. Imagine if there is no electricity for many months, right, or weeks. It's going to affect the economy of the nation, our way of life, and it's not going to be fun, right, ultimately. Then we get into learning a GRC solution also. We call it eGRC tool. One of our partners, Risk Rhino, we're going to work with them, and we use their platform to learn a tool. The reason we do that is simple. If you're in an interview and somebody say, what tool are you familiar with, you can tell them Risk Rhino. The beautiful thing is that they are similar to those big names. The platform, the look might be different. It's just like if you know how to use Gmail, I can bet you know how to probably use Hotmail or Yahoo Mail. They are very similar. I've used a lot of them, and I'll tell you they are very similar in nature, most of them. You're right, Nana. Critical, yeah, cybersecurity issue, that's a big one. Don't forget, everybody, please strike the like button. Would appreciate that big time. All right, so those are the key things. Now, let me just talk about basic frequently asked questions a lot of you have asked before I bring Uche to talk briefly. Do we help with mock interviews? Some of you know our community already. We have a segment dedicated strictly for helping you with interviews. We have a segment called the Lions Den. And I'll show you guys real quick in case you're new to our community, you will see us do that a lot. Anyone, if you have an interview, as a matter of fact, our biggest challenge, I'll be honest with you, is people sometimes you have to beg them to show up. So just come here, just type in skill with, if you type in skill with, you guys will see, okay, now this guy, let's just type skill with academy, you see a segment, the Lions Den skill with. So you just click on the Lions Den, and you guys will see we have a lot of live sessions. Just go there. It helps you to prepare for interview. We love it all the time. So make sure you navigate it. Even folks that are not in our program, they use it a lot. So it's a big deal. So make sure you do that a lot. Then, does the role require interview meetings? The beautiful thing is that a lot of the roles out there, they would require some meetings. The nice thing is that many times you can schedule those meetings around you. Sometimes if it's a meeting that is beyond your control, yes, you have to be part of it. Yes, there'll be some meeting in it. How soon can I get a job? We are transparent here. There is no accident around this. We got to be very strategic. You have to put the work and the time. Meaning, you're not going to apply to just one job a day versus somebody applying to 10, 20 jobs a day. It's not going to work, right? So now some people are so lucky. Your first job is your only offer. God bless your heart. You're awesome. But some of us, we got to put work. We got to put at least a couple of interviews out there. Make sure you're aggressive. We have a service where we support people with that also. But if you're not busy, just go and apply yourself. We'll guide you around that. Do we help you with interviews? Absolutely. Do we, that's what the Lions Den is meant for. Your resumes, by your week 2, we would have started building resume first draft. So week 2, you're doing your first draft. That's what we've done recently. So that by the time we are done with the last class, you would have done 3 iterations or draft of your resumes so that you can make amendment and modification as needed. Do you support on the job? Absolutely. What's the joy at the end of the day? So it's quite important for us, really. We want to make sure that, at the end of the day, just make sure we have you, effective in getting the job at the end of the day. And once you get the job, to support you to be successful at the job, and that's why the community is there. So we have a community, a separate group dedicated just for that. So um, payment option for the program, yes, we have payment option. A lot of you asked the question. If you pay one time, it's you have a 10% coupon. If you pay on the payment plan, you would have to, I think it's 5% coupon, something like that. So you can check that out. And there are many options we use. We have Klarna, Cash App, any one of them, you'll see it on the website. And this is what that looks like in general. For the coupon, make sure you use it here. If you call us afterwards and you don't use the coupon, it gets a bit tricky because it will be really hard to help. So make sure you use the coupon before you register. These are the options out there. What roles can I apply for? These are some of those popular roles out there. And honestly, one thing I tell our community is simple. The rule of thumb is I don't care the title on the job. If the function or the responsibilities align with over 50, 60% of what we've talked in class, apply. And I'll tell you, even when I post jobs in my organization, I'll tell you what let's be honest, sometimes you use Google or ChatGPT or past job board to kind of build yours. Now, many times you can give it a title based on what you're looking for at that point. So don't be fooled by, oh, it has to be a title. No, look at the responsibilities and the roles. That's a better way to look at it. I don't care what you call it. I've seen people get jobs, policy analyst, risk analyst, IT, it doesn't matter. If the responsibility aligns with what you can do, apply. That's the way we kind of position ourselves. And make sure you go to our skillway.com resource page. We have so many tons of documents there. I know you can Google stuff on ChatGPT. I know so many things, but sometimes it's better when you have an experience and put all those thoughts together so it's much more concise for you. You don't have to overly stretch on irrelevant things. And that's what we've done. We've put a lot of thoughts into areas we think would help you to be more successful. Always go to those resources page. They're free and you can just take advantage of them. Okay. And we said we have the Lions Den. It's just a segment we prepare you for interview. If you have an interview, always let us know and come to the Lions Den. I know some of you will say, well, I don't want to come. Make sure you come because these are places you can actually enhance your skills, your confidence. So make sure you come. Why not? You have nothing to lose. And we are rooting for you. We know you got this at the end of the day. All right, without further ado, I have the pleasure of bringing my friend, my great friend, Uche. What's up, sis?
Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi, good afternoon, wherever you are connecting from. And Prof, hello. Good morning to you,
Thank you
sir.
so much, Uche.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot of people will be asking and say, okay, you and I have had some, I've seen you grow tremendously. I've seen a lot of challenges at work that we've brainstormed together on. I've seen you act in leadership role even at your place. It's just a beautiful thing to see when you see your team thrive and do amazing things beyond your imagination. One of my pride, and I say this respectfully to all my team, is that I become useless for most of them because they are just so good at so it makes me proud that, I've done something good if my folks don't need me again. Honestly, I would say 90% of the time, my team don't even need me again. I love it because it gives me peace of mind. Right? I don't have to worry anyway. So it's not, I'm not complaining, but it's beautiful because it makes you feel one of my highlights is people call me and say, you know what, it's just similar to what we were doing. So that's one of the others for me. So I want to just kind of talk to our community. Why do you think, what's been your experience, your story? And folks, feel free to ask Uche any question. Over to you, sis.
Thank you so much, Prof. Akin. That's how I call him Prof, because he has really come through for me. My story will be able to resonate with quite a number of you. And I would just like to touch high level on this. I started with cloud, and within the cloud environment and study times and all of that, that really propelled me. However, I didn't get a job, and it took me about 2 years. But then all the resources I had, the support that I had, really helped me moving forward. Someone shared skill with link to me, and I ignored because I was just keen to getting a job in cloud, AWS to be precise. Along the line, for some reason, I stumbled on Skiweed, um, Lions Den Prep, and I saw that, oh, he was actually um, encouraging the team and prepping them how interviews should be done. So that caught my attention, and then I reached out to him. I sent him a message on LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, on YouTube, and that was how the journey started. I took that decision, joined. I wanted to know, I spoke with him. He was really a pleasant man. Mr. Atkins really, someone to relate with. He understood where I was coming from. I took that initiative. At first, I said to him, I felt like, when you talk about GRC, I felt it was just more like, policies, the checklist, but as much more I begin to put interest, deeper and deeper, I realized that it's about building trust in businesses and protecting whatever matters, right? However, I made a decision. I took the class in September. I attended the Lions Den once. Some of you will definitely stumble on my interview prep in Lions Den, and you probably listened to my wonderful jargons that actually propelled me to where I am today, which I'm, proud of. Those are the steps you have to take. And I was really resilient, and that took a whole lot, for me, looking at where I started from in cloud. However, I started in September, and in January, I pulled out my resume and I uploaded it again. And then in May, I got an offer. Within the short period of time, everything started after class. Skillwood was able to teach me how to work on my resume. I built my confidence in class. Each time we're in class, we have live sessions where we are grouped to experience real life scenarios. What I experienced in my workplace today is as a result of what I did in class. And I was really open to learn and ask questions, right? So, and that boils down to how you relate with people, you respect them, you put in the work. Skillwood is here to actually simplify your learning, the journey, whatever they offer, the community support, you will get it here, right? And I started because I knew that I needed a change. And that's a big question you need to ask yourself. Why? Am I really ready for this? Am I ready to put in the work? From Monday to Friday, I applied to 60 jobs a day. I took that upon myself. And in class, I had a partner also who was really, supportive. So here is my, advice to you is that whenever you are being grouped or whenever you are being assigned an assignment or task, please do it. Not everyone in your group might be proactive as you are, but take that initiative, connect with those people. Sometimes you guys will have meetings. It's in your separate group, in your little group. Take that initiative, find someone. I recall my time I had to connect with Damola. I always tell people this story because I could connect with Damola, and Damola was in the States because we had this goal we needed to achieve. And sometimes I get tired, and I'm not kidding. You will be overwhelmed at times. So keep that back of your mind. If you get to that stage or to that line where you feel like you're getting tired, call on your partner and you guys can brainstorm together. My partner says to me, have you applied up to 1 million job application? If my answer is no, then you cannot be tired. Let's keep pushing. So we kept applying. So sometimes I would put in, personally, I study 4 hours a day, 4 hours a day. And in between that 4 hours a day, I'm applying 60 jobs in a day. If I don't apply 60 jobs, I'm not going anywhere. And that is me. And that's the level of which I felt like I needed a change. So if you're that kind of person that you're bent on changing your life, then you know this is for you. Or if you're that kind of person who you're a little laid back, you're not sure, then probably this is not for you. I had an interview where after the interview, I got to my final stage, and my prof said to me, Prof Aki, I said to Prof, they said they'll offer me this job, and I didn't get back from them. What does that mean? And here is something, Mr. Aki doesn't pet you. Sometimes there's some questions you will ask him, he expects that you should be able to figure it out. You will know. So his class is not here to pet you or pamper you. He just encourages you to take initiatives. And you grow from there. Today in my workplace, I've been able to take certain leadership role, confront management, travel, have meetings with boss on boss. That's because I have a mentor who is guiding me and I listen. And if you listen, you will go through the right path. Okay? So Skillweed has just been the route for me. And me being the branches, I ensure that I'm tapping right from the root and ensuring that I'm putting in the work. So put in the work and study. Study, study, study. That's all I can say. And then sometimes 5 weeks goes really fast, right? Before you say Jack Robinson, 5 weeks is done. And you ask yourself, did I learn anything? Yes, you learned. Actually, you learn. You have so much knowledge, you don't realize it. So when you take your first interview and it hits you hard, you come back, re-strategize, you go again. So don't give up. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Amazing, amazing. Folks, I know she's giving me credit, but she is amazingly a hard focused work person. And one thing is, if you're hungry, you'll be fine. If you're playing games, we are transparent here, you would not be fine for now until you are serious to take this and own your career, right? If you don't own your career, you're playing games, really. And we don't, I can't stand games, really. I just can't. It's not in my DNA. If you're not, if you're not hungry, this is just not for you. It's not going to work. I'm honest with you. Yep. And, but if you're hungry, I love fighters. If you're hungry, one thing I'll tell you though, one of the most tragic thing I've seen is when I see potentials, people that are driven and they have what it takes, but they give up so quick. If you give up after one try, then it's hurts me because I know your potential and I feel, I mean, come on, dude, you can't, man, you can't give up after one try. I mean, makes no sense really, you know. So you will get rejection, guaranteed. Some of you are smart, God bless you. You don't ever get rejection. And some of you even play spiritual game. Oh, never me. Okay, good for you. Some of us are used to that. It's part of our process. And it's okay with us. That okay, it's part of the process. You get some rejection. Ultimately, you don't quit and things work out. But put the work. We are not slothful. We demand a lot from ourselves, and I will demand a lot from you. And I'll tell you why. Some of you don't know why, right? I've always been in leadership roles for global consulting firm. So I own a global company platform myself now. So I'll tell you for sure, if you are slothful and you're playing game, most leadership smell BS quickly. I would know you're not putting your work. It's easy. You would know if you hire somebody to do work in your house that you pay $1,000. If they're not doing the work, you know. Now think for a second. This job is average in our community. Let me use our data. Last year, over 70 offers, and we have average of the salary was 105, something like that, right? So think for a second. Somebody's paying 105 or 100 grand. Do you think they will not know if you're working or not, or you are slothful? They will know. Let's be honest. You are paying somebody 500 a plumber to do your work, and your eyes are like an eagle. You are checking everything. Oh, they are slothful. They are not working well. So think of somebody paying you. It's not a game. If you want to play game, I'm horrible. I don't do well with mediocrity. I'm just the worst person. You would notice so quickly. We can't just work together. It's not going to work. We can't fit. It's not going to work. It cannot really. Let me give you what mediocrity means for me. For example, if you ask questions I know you can do in 2 minutes, quickly check YouTube, check WhatsApp. Because I know you cannot ask your boss that kind of question if you are working. It's ridiculous, right? So don't do that. you know um so we demand a lot from ourselves. After you get a job, you can say screw this guy, remove me from your list and say whatever. I'm okay with that, right? It's fine, I'm good with that. But if we work together, we're not going to play games. You got to put to work. You have to be focused. You demand and you deserve the best for yourself, right? Don't play games on yourself, because one, I'll keep you accountable. One, you're putting your family resources on the line. You're putting your time on the line. So we're going to demand a lot from each other at the end of the day. So that's the way we work in our community. We share a lot of things. And if this is not the time for you, it's okay also. Go download a lot of our resources out there, amazing stuff that can help you be better in your journey. A lot of people come to our program, our community, that are not in our program, and it's okay. Just expand yourself, do better for yourself, demand a lot from yourself, maximize yourself. And for some of you, if you're in my own generation, right? If not now, when? I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking, really. If you're over, I'll challenge you if you're over 35. I'll challenge you more if you're over 40. I'll probably fight you a little bit if you're over 45, because now you're getting closer to me, right? Then I'll say, man, let's face it, how many years do we have again to do this? It's not like Most of us are in our 20s that we can. If it's not now, when? When would you demand excellence from yourself? That's it. Excellence shows everywhere. Put the work, put the time. Don't play games. That's it. No games here, okay? All right, let's take some questions and I'll let you all bounce and enjoy the rest of the day. Make sure you register for the internship. The value of those programs is you can use those as talking point in interviews. Let's show some love to Jay. Thank you, sis. You're just awesome, man. And my folks are unfiltered. I'm not going to tell them what to say. I let them use their discretion, let them talk their story, their journey, their experience. Boom. We kind of mix it. One of our other person, she just got an offer this week, Barbara, but she just texted me right before the call. I've not even listened to her voice message that she had something come up. So probably we'll see some other time if you can make it. But let me take some questions. Thank you, Uche. I appreciate you, sis. You're just awesome, man. I'm so proud of what you're doing and just keep doing great things. Thank you, Uche. Thank you. Thank you, sis. All right, let me just take some questions real quick. Let's see. Somebody asked about IAM. I'll just take some of the questions. Let's see. Okay, let's quickly talk about this. So a lot of people think, okay, well, I need to have some. I'm in the military. I need to have some IT. But okay, hold on, folks. If you're in the military in the US, okay, I can bet you, yeah, okay. You log on to your payroll, you log on to your systems, yeah, okay, all right. I know my military folks well, so you're not a novice. No, even if you're in the engineering department, you're doing hardware work, we are okay because the way we kind of structure the program, the basic foundation stuff, if you can commit the time daily, you'll be fine. I'm not worried about, if you're in the US military. So you're fine. That's my take, on that. I think you'll be fine with foundation because the foundation we're talking about is understanding things like what is an asset, what are types of clouds. I'm not making you to deploy cloud. GRC is not deploying cloud. You're not deploying any solution. You're doing assessment, you're doing risk assessment, you're doing privacy work. So you're doing things that are not, you're not doing any, you're not using a tool like some intrusion detection tools. Let me tell you one thing about tools. I used to own vendor relationship for a global consulting for my practice. And I'll tell you one thing. Every tool out there, right? Let's be honest. I can build a tool and call it Debra, Oluchi, Nana tool, whatever tool. And we say it tracks logs and money. We can even call it cloud. We can build a cloud and spin off from a cloud solution and call it our own cloud name, right? We can do whatever, right? Every tool tells you their tool is the best. Most of those tools are similar. Listen, AWS, Google Cloud, Amazon, and Oracle Cloud. Are you telling me the difference are there's so much big difference? No, they poach each other's engineers and they deploy those solutions. It's not like that. The messaging, the marketing might be different, but in cyberspace, I'll tell you, most people are vendors. Cisco, Palo Alto, CrowdStrike, they are vendors, right? They are business people. They package the names and make it sound good. They run the report. Even what you do is you put a script or you run a report or you customize the existing tool. It's not like you're building a totally new tool, right? If you're running a vulnerability scan, you're using Nexus, you're using Wiz, you're using Wazoo for SIM or Splunk, you're running their tool now. It's a tool and there are Fortune 1000 companies too, right? So I know because I bring all these vendors to talk to my platform and I talk to my team, which one are we using for my clients? And they'll say, well, yeah, similar. So now you might now look at the client environment and now decide, okay, what do we fine tune? Which one's better suits the client, right? If the client is using mostly Microsoft product, maybe you might say, well, maybe they use Azure. If it's a mixed use product, maybe they have multinational, they're using AWS. So you make a business call at that point in time. So I'm not going to waste too much time. Well, what tool now is you don't know what tool your vendor will use, your client will use really. And things change all the time. Don't forget. So I'm not worried too much about tools, I think. Okay, let's say another one. I need support in OT and IAM. I really don't see any training offer. Okay, now we don't specialize in an IAM tool, right? So, it depends on what tool you want to. We have a different program called CyberDeep, but it's not like we specialize in one IAM tool. There are many of them. Don't forget, sir. There are so many IAM tools out there. One of the biggest tools out there, I'll tell you, they used to be so the founder was, well, two of the founders are my mentor, Savient. Maybe some of you might know Savient IAM tool. They're my great mentors, and one of them I still met a few months ago. So, we've worked on projects together in the past. So technically we built that to enhance together when it started. And that's just one tool. There are so many other tools out there. So like I said, we don't focus on those tools because there are so many. Where do you start? You can create a tool. I challenge you, probably you create your own tool also and market it for people to use and put security around it. Somebody said OT. Now, it depends on OT. OT means operation technology. So if you say OT, this is for Nduka. So it depends on the environment. If you're in the utility company, you have NextSafe. For NextSafe, you have to comply to their regulation in Canada and the US, right? So it's a big deal. So if you're in the refinery business, if you're in, nuclear business, so whatever business, wastewater, any of those critical infrastructure, that will determine what kind of security are we thinking about. Also, go to the OT conferences, a lot of them happening. There should be one coming up, I believe. Check Houston, check Dallas, a few of them. Just check some of those conferences. Is the best place to see some of those trends out there in operation technology right now. Okay, let me see another one. Area like I do with some hands-on project. Again, for IAM, we just focus on it from an assessment angle. If you have IAM processes, you can assess to see if there are gaps in the existing process, but we are not teaching a tool in IAM. People learn things like cyber that specialize in privilege access management. They learn one tool, how to build it, and let's pause. Foundationally for anything identity access management, we're talking about how do we provision users, right? Remove the users, assign roles, implement privilege access management, multi-factor authentication, then sync those tools to probably Active Directory or any other tool they have so that it can sync the user ID into that system. Then implement robust, maybe zero trust model in your tool. So it depends on what your goal is. So I don't know all the details of your goal, Ndika. But hopefully that helps a little bit. Let's another one there. Okay, I think I addressed the question around. Okay, another one. I like this. I love this comment. I love this comment by Nana actually. She said, your identity is not defined by job title, but your value you bring. I like that. For everybody on this call, sometimes one of the common questions is that I'm done with the training. What should I apply to? What is important? Times have changed. Things have changed. I get it. And but our rule of thumb is this: look at the responsibilities. Don't worry too much about the titles. Look at and there's one buzzword I use. For those of you on the call, type risk assessment in any of the job board because virtually all those jobs, they always sneak in risk assessment. So to pull all these titles for us, right? Let me show you guys, let's do like a live demo. Let me show you guys a live session so that you can just see what I'm talking about, okay? So hopefully to help somebody, so I'll go to indeed.com. Let me just show you live demo so you can see what I mean in this case. Okay, this is again, you guys can do it the way you like, but I've seen this quite effective so far. But let me share this screen. Let me share something real quick so you guys can see what I mean. So we go to Indeed. Oh, let me share again. Let me go to Indeed, share screen. All right, let's go to Indeed. Indeed is a job board where we search for job, right? Now, one thing I also challenge you, everybody, is every week, at least monthly, make sure you go to your job board, pull down your job and repost it so that it will appear as new. I've seen that effective because most recruiters always like the fresh kid, right? So they will so make sure monthly, remove it, then upload it again so it will show as a fresh or a new job. So let's go to this job. So if I'm looking for a GRC job for me, I'll go to Indeed here, right? So change the address. So, and this is what I would probably do, right? I'll type risk assessment, for example. If I type risk assessment, it will pull more jobs for me, even though the titles might be weird, but you see it's a lot of jobs out there. You can see, then I can now filter. You can see with risk assessment how many jobs, almost 190,000 jobs. That's a lot, I get it. But you can see it's pulling it from risk analyst. Okay. Then I'll start looking for things that are really, now, of course, you can see a compliance is pushing cyber risk assessment. You can see senior compliance risk, blah, blah, blah. But I see it as a way to sneak in and get more traction. So it's my own my cheat code of kind of pushing and pulling jobs out there in general. Okay, somebody asks, where do we register for the class? So that's straightforward. We can all go to academy.skillwith, or you can go to skillwith.com. I'll share that with you real quick also. That is quite easy. Just go to skillwith.com. So you can come here, type academy.skillwith.com. And once you're there, you will see this screen out there. Once you're there, for everybody, this is the internship. Please register for the internship so you can get the materials and every information. This is the class registration. You just come here and click on it. A lot of you ask me, how do you select the payment plan? If you pay once, you get a 10% off, which is better. If you pay multiple times, you can select here 3 or 2 times. Then you can click on purchase. So if you click on purchase, you will notice one thing here. You would see the coupon code. Please make sure you use this code, or else if you call me back, it's going to be really tough, really, to make it happen again. But just put the coupon code here, and that's straightforward. You see the information in the group already. Then there are options here too. All right, let me take another question there. Somebody asks, okay, this is another one. Even if you're not part of our program, this is one thing you can do. This is our gift to you for showing up today. Go to skillwith.com. Let me show you guys. If you're not part of our program, no problem. We'd love you to be part of it in the future. That's okay. But let me show you something you can still enjoy immediately with us right now. And it's free. Take advantage of it. Also, we have a place, we have a team. All they do is to look out for you and help you to be successful ultimately. Go to skillwith.com. Skillwith.com. I'll show you right now. Skillwith.com. At skillwith.com, you will notice this here, everybody. You will notice coming up. And all you need to do is go to resources page, everybody. Under resources, click on free ebooks here. We have amazing ebooks here you can take advantage of. Make sure you use it. This is dedicated and designed for you to be successful in your career. There are some of you, you are doing CompTIA practice, you can use it here. Some of you are looking for professional prompts, follow the newsletter too. These are very good guide out there. So many things on cyber SOC analyst interview question, AI question, so many good stuff that I'll send this to the group also here, so you can also take advantage of it also. Make sure you take advantage of this. They are free for you. Let me go back to that screen also. You will notice also, you can also go to resume review. You can go there and just, whatever resume you have, we have a team follow the instruction. They will help you optimize the resume. Just click on upload and, follow the instruction. It will guide you on what to do afterwards, for that. Let me take one more question. I know we are past 1 minute. We try to stay with time. Let's see. Thank you, Nana. Let's another one. Okay, somebody said I work for a big four doing risk management and banking. How can I break into GRC? Benny, so I think you can pick me one-on-one. Let's find some time to brainstorm. Breaking into GRC, more importantly, is honestly, it's a game of get the knowledge first. Then once you have the knowledge, leverage it in organization. For you, Benny, I'll tell you one thing. You have something going for you, your big name. So if I see Big Four on your resume, now you sneak in the GRC knowledge, I think you'll be great. Inherently, my bias is let me speak with you because you have Big Four experience, right? Now, after you open your mouth, that might make me change it to say, this person is awesome or crap, right? So that's a different story. But, at least it will give you an opportunity to get you in front of me. Now it's on you to make sure you have substance to get me um, button immediately once I speak to you. All right, let's take one more question and I'll let you all go. But please don't forget again, strike like us on. Let me see how many of us have liked. Hey guys, ladies, make sure you like so that more people can see our network. Thank you so much, folks. We are 60,000 strong in our community. We are getting there, getting bigger and stronger. A lot of you have asked for mentorship. We are going to do it this year for sure. On YouTube, it will be a segment where professionals I mentor and guide them on the path and the journey. It's been a blessing and journey for a lot of us that have. All we are doing is to call out the greatness that is in you already. It's there. I'm just calling it out. Most of you are amazing. I mean, honestly, one of the biggest joy for me is when I see you live up and live true to your potential. It's priceless. And I challenge everybody, whatever your dreams, your goals are, there's nothing stopping you. What is holding you? If you're over 40, you're my crew. Everybody else, I love you. You're my crew, but these guys, we are responsible for each other. This is it for us, really. I mean, let's pick one-on-one. This is it. If we're not pushing ourselves, towards maximizing life now, we're not going to do that in our retirement home and say, "Oh man, yeah, we didn't." Let's our war story be, we tried, it didn't work out, or not we did try, right? Let it be we tried, it didn't work out. But this is it for us. So maximize life, man. This is it for us. We are more matured. We are more focused. We know what we want. We are not playing games, and just reach out, and we can mentor the younger ones and tell them how to do more and do better than us too. Ultimately, as professionals. So go for it. Put the work. Put the time. I look forward to being your mentor. Impossible is nothing. Register. Let's have fun together. Work out together. Challenge each other, and ultimately make excellence the keyword. That's it for us. Excellence, nothing else. No shortcut. The environment here, for those of us that are in North America, I don't care what people say. This is not a game of color, race, and it's strictly, at the end of the day, excellence is a universal language. If we put excellence in our work, even if you're a waiter in a cafe or restaurant, people notice excellence. In your professional field, put excellence and the doors would always open. It's been a pleasure, folks. Let's keep doing great things and God bless. I look forward to having you in the program. And remember, as always, impossible is nothing. Please go ahead and register also for the internship so that we can all learn together. Okay. All right. God bless and enjoy our flagship music before we go. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a joy. And have fun. And I'll see you guys soon. See you in class on Saturday. I look forward to this. All right. Let me just say thank you to everybody. All right. Thank you, brother. All right. Mr. B, thank you as always. Thank you so much, Sharon. Look forward to it also. And we also have a flagship song here. We learn AI a lot, folks. Some of you that know our community, we are AI enthusiasts. We are crazy about it.
A flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant. It sets minds alight.
You dance now, right, everybody? Yeah, so welcome. God bless you. Have fun. Let's speak ever. See you guys soon. Thank you, everybody.
Let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential. Seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Still we Academy. It's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Oh. drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight. Skillweed Academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Oh, 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 feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight. Skillweed Academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Oh, feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight. Skillweed Academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skillweed Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skillweed Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skill Lead Academy, it's your time. Oh, 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 oh. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skill Lead Academy, break down the walls. In the heart of Africa, a flame ignites, a rhythm so vibrant, it sets minds alight. Skill Lead Academy, where leaders are born. Embrace the tempo, let your dreams take storm. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skill Lead Academy, it's your time. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong. Join the movement where dreams belong. From Lagos to Nairobi, hear the call. Skill Lead Academy, break down the walls. Rise up, leaders, let the beat guide your way. Unlock your potential, seize the day. From the dance floor to the boardroom, let your light shine, shine. Skill Lead Academy, it's your time. Oh, 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 oh. Feel the drums pulsating, the energy so strong.